Welcome back. In today's video, we're diving deep into the magical world of Harry Potter. This is the explanation of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the movie that started it all. Let's begin. The story begins on a quiet street called Privet Drive. An old man in strange robes walks in. This is Professor Dumbledore. He's joined by Professor McGonagall and a giant named Hagrid, who arrives on a flying motorbike. In his arms is a baby, Harry Potter. Dumbledore explains that Harry's parents were killed by a dark wizard named Voldemort, but mysteriously, baby Harry survived. Voldemort's curse backfired, leaving just a lightning-shaped scar on Harry's forehead. Harry is left on the doorstep of his aunt and uncle, the Dursleys, with a letter explaining everything. Thus begins Harry's journey. 10 years later, we meet Harry again, now living a miserable life with the Dursleys. He sleeps in a cupboard under the stairs, wears oversized clothes, and is constantly bullied by his cousin Dudley. Despite the abuse, Harry is kind-hearted and humble. Strange things happen around him, like his hair growing back instantly and a glass at the zoo vanishing, but Harry doesn't know he's special. Not yet. One day, Harry receives a mysterious letter, but Uncle Vernon snatches it before he can read it. The next day, more letters arrive. Soon, hundreds of letters flood the house, but the Dursleys desperately try to stop Harry from reading them. Eventually, the family runs away to a remote hut on an island to escape the letters. But at midnight, someone knocks on the door. It's Hagrid again. In one of the most iconic scenes in the franchise, Hagrid tells Harry the truth. Greater than, "You're a wizard, Harry." Harry is stunned. Hagrid gives him the letter from Hogwarts, a school for witches and wizards, and explains that Harry is famous in the wizarding world. The Dursleys try to stop him, but Harry chooses to leave with Hagrid and step into a world he never knew existed. Hagrid takes Harry to London, and using magic, they enter Diagon Alley, a hidden shopping street for wizards. Harry is amazed. They visit Gringotts, the wizarding bank, and discover that his parents left him a fortune in gold. They also pick up his school supplies, a wand from Ollivanders, and an owl named Hedwig. Before leaving, Hagrid collects a mysterious package from the bank vault, one that Dumbledore specifically requested him to retrieve. On September 1st, Harry travels to King's Cross Station. He's confused when he can't find platform 9 3/4, but a kind wizarding family, the Weasleys, helps him. Harry boards the Hogwarts Express and meets Ron Weasley, who becomes his first real friend. He also meets Hermione Granger, a brilliant, book-smart girl. As the train rides through the countryside, Harry begins to feel a sense of belonging for the first time in his life. At nightfall, the students arrive at Hogwarts. They're taken across a black lake in boats, and the castle looms above them like a dream. Inside, they're welcomed by Professor McGonagall and taken to the Great Hall for the sorting ceremony. A magical sorting hat is placed on each student's head to determine which of the 4 houses they'll join. When it's Harry's turn, the hat is torn between Slytherin and Gryffindor, but ultimately chooses Gryffindor. Ron and Hermione are sorted into the same house. Harry settles into life at Hogwarts, attending classes like potions with Professor Snape, transfiguration with McGonagall, and learning to fly broomsticks in flying lessons. During a broom lesson, Harry impresses Professor McGonagall by chasing down a rogue broom, and is selected as the youngest Seeker in a century for the Gryffindor Quidditch team. But everything isn't peaceful. Harry, Ron, and Hermione stumble upon a 3-headed dog guarding a trapdoor in a forbidden corridor. They begin to suspect something mysterious is happening at the school. On Halloween night, during a grand feast in the Great Hall, Professor Quirrell bursts in and shouts, "Greater than, troll, in the dungeon." Panic spreads. The teachers order students to return to their dormitories. But Harry and Ron realize Hermione is missing. She had been crying in the girls' bathroom after a fight with Ron. The boys rush to warn her, but the massive troll has already entered the bathroom. In a chaotic and dangerous scene, they manage to knock out the troll, with Harry jumping on its back and Ron using the spell, Wingardium Leviosa, to drop its own club on its head. This brave act earns them house points and cements their friendship with Hermione. After the troll incident, the trio becomes inseparable. But they start noticing strange things. They suspect Professor Snape is trying to steal whatever is hidden under the trapdoor guarded by the 3-headed dog, Fluffy. One night, Harry sneaks into the restricted section of the library using his invisibility cloak, a mysterious gift left for him at Christmas. There, he searches for information on Nicholas Flamel, the name linked to the secret package Hagrid took from Gringotts. After more searching, they discover Flammel is the creator of the Philosopher's Stone, a magical object that grants immortality and turns any metal into gold. During Christmas break, Harry finds a magical mirror in a forgotten room, the Mirror of Arised. When he looks into it, he doesn't see himself, but his parents smiling back at him. Dumbledore later finds Harry there and explains gently that the mirror shows the deepest, most desperate desire of one's heart. But he warns that it doesn't show truth, only dreams. Hagrid, despite being forbidden from doing so, wins a dragon egg in a card game and hatches a baby dragon, Norbert. But Norbert becomes too dangerous, so Harry and Hermione try to secretly send him away with Ron's older brother, Charlie. Unfortunately, they get caught by Filch and are punished with detention, in the Forbidden Forest. In the forest, Harry, Hermione, Neville, and Draco go with Hagrid to investigate something killing unicorns. Harry encounters a shadowy figure drinking unicorn blood. It's Voldemort, weak and clinging to life. He is using Professor Quirrell to survive. Harry is saved by a centaur named Firenze, who warns him that Voldemort is trying to return to power and is after the Philosopher's Stone. Harry, Ron, and Hermione realize that someone will try to steal the stone that very night. They decide to act. They sneak out and get past Fluffy, putting it to sleep with music. Below the trapdoor, they face a series of magical challenges. Devil's Snare, a plant that tries to strangle them. Hermione remembers to stay calm and uses a spell to free them. Flying Keys. Harry flies on a broom to catch the right enchanted key. Wizard's Chess. Ron sacrifices himself in a life-sized, dangerous chess game so Harry can move forward. Harry enters the final chamber alone, expecting to face Snape. But he finds Professor Quirrell instead. Quirrell reveals he has been working for Voldemort all along. On the back of Quirrell's head, hidden under a turban, is Voldemort's face, parasitic, feeding off him. The Philosopher's Stone magically appears in Harry's pocket when he looks into the Mirror of Arised, wanting only to protect it, not use it. Voldemort orders Quirrell to kill Harry, but when Quirrell touches him, his skin burns. Harry's mother's love, a magical protection, saves him. Harry faints during the struggle. Harry wakes up in the hospital wing. Dumbledore explains that love is the most powerful magic. His mother's sacrifice protects him still. He also tells Harry that the Philosopher's Stone has been destroyed to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. At the end of year feast, Dumbledore gives last-minute house points to Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Neville, allowing Gryffindor to win the House Cup. The school year ends. Students pack their things, and the Hogwarts Express takes them back to the Muggle world. Harry may be returning to the Dursleys, but now he knows who he is, and where he truly belongs. Greater than, I'm not going home. Not really, Harry says with a smile. That's the story of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the magical beginning to an unforgettable journey. If you enjoyed this movie explanation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the wizarding world.